So Dak Prescott did not play well. Now, the difference between him not playing well and going into this offseason is that he's already gotten paid, so he doesn't have to worry about that conversation. But he did not play well yesterday. And afterwards, there was fans throwing trash on the field. And there was reports that they were throwing trash at the officials as they ran off. But the early indication was that they were throwing trash at Dallas players. And so Dak Prescott was asked about that, only to find out later on in this clip that it was the officials that were having trash being thrown at them. Here was the Cowboys quarterback yesterday.
Dak, what do you think about the fans throwing to your balls on the field at the very end? Did you see that? I think one of them once.
No, I didn't see that. It's sad. I mean, you're talking about a team, you're talking about men that come out each and every day of their lives and give everything to the sport, give everything to this game of football. Nobody wants to succeed more than we want to succeed. I understand fans and the word fan for fanatic. I get that. But to know everything that we put into this day in and day out, try our hardest. Nobody comes in the game wanting or expecting to lose. And for people to react that way when you're supposed to be a supporter, be with us through thick and thin, that's tough.
I think they were aiming at the referees.
Yeah, they were at the referees.
Credit to them then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They weren't doing it.
Oh, credit to them.
Yeah, so there's the money quote where he's okay with them throwing trash at officials, just not the players.
I mean, I think everybody, if they were being honest, would say that.
Okay,
so
I mean, but the
I
idea,
go hold that against them.
The idea that the officials were responsible for that Cowboys loss yesterday. I mean, give me a break.
Well, all right, let's go. Let's take it a little deeper than that before you finish that thought. If it was perceived some way, somehow, that trash was being thrown at the referees, those referees ran off the field. So whoever said to Dak Prescott they were throwing trash and it was coming at players, if there was trash coming down, was raining down while players were going in, even if they were throwing it at that trash at the referees, think about this. Let's just take 2 seconds and exercise some common sense here. If those are my players that I cheer for, that I'm a fan of, that I'm here and paid good money and took time out of my day to come watch play, and I'm disappointed that they lost, am I going to throw that trash knowing that there's a chance that even though I'm throwing it at the referees, that it might hit our players? See, that's where the problem lies, right? It's like, if I'm Dak Prescott, I'm not going to be like, credit to them, like, to be funny. Like, bump that. Why are you if you're throwing trash to try to hit the referees, why are you throwing trash to try to hit the referees while players are down there that are Dallas Cowboy players?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
And Lee DeLapp just let me know it did almost hit DeMarcus Lawrence.
That makes absolutely no sense. What if that man loses his vision? Like, that's extreme. Hey, look, when Zeus got hit in the eye with that flag for Baltimore, and he jacked up the referee, he kind of lost his vision in his eye. Like, his eye was jacked up forever after that. So just imagine a dumb moment in your thought process and your logic, a lapse in judgment. You cost this man his ability to make a living because now his sight is altered or something is altered from what happened in that scenario. I think it's Bush League. I think whoever did it, like, that is what some people do. They take this mess too far. Like when we were in Philly the one year that we went to the playoffs, somebody threw beer on Clinton's mom, and Katz was going to war over that. But it's like, is this game really that serious
they threw beer at Clinton Portis's mom?
Not at his mom,
but
on his mom.
Oh, Jesus.
No. They put beer on his mom.
Good God, man.
Right. So at some point, fans have to realize, if that was your mother, if that were you, and somebody did that to you, how would you feel in that moment if somebody did that to you? But people don't exercise that type of common sense. People don't exercise that type of understanding. It's a game. It's a game. All right, you might have bet on that. That's on your own personal volition. You might have had some bragging rights bet of some sort where you got to wear somebody's jersey. That's on your own volition. When it crosses the line of you cheering and rooting or booing your team, and it turns into something different where you are assaulting somebody from the other team, you're assaulting their fans, or you're doing something that assaults your own team, you've crossed the line. You've crossed the line, and you've left the barriers of being a fan into being a criminal. And that's bogus. That's whack cheese, man. It's whack cheese.
And according to the Dallas Morning News, more from Dak Prescott, quote, "The fans felt the same way as us. I guess that's why the refs took off and got out of there so fast. I think everybody is upset with the way this thing played out."
Oh,
yeah,
please.
man, that's not the official, dude. Like that's you running a quarterback draw with no timeouts when you need a Hail Mary to the end zone to try and win that game. That's not on the officials. And the idea that it's okay to throw trash at the officials, just not the players. To your point, if the fans have that great of aim, they're probably on the field with the players. All right, they're not in the stands watching that game. So if he's okay with them throwing trash, and we want to try and make the officials the scapegoat, the officials had a bad weekend in the NFL. Everybody acknowledges that. But the idea
They always do.
Yes, and the idea that the officials are responsible for your team that's loaded with talent up and down the roster that continues to come up short in the postseason when they do make it to the postseason, that's not on the officials. Like, you can try and point fingers and place blame all you want. It was a ridiculous set of circumstances at the end of that game. Why you were even in that spot to have to do all of that to try and get back and win that game is crazy to think about when you look at if you just compare rosters, Dallas to San Francisco, it isn't close, and you trailed the entire game. Like that has nothing to do with officials. It's got nothing to do with anybody. Like, promote fans throwing trash all you want. That's a whole separate conversation. Don't blame it on the refs. They had nothing to do with that crap performance by the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. I'm sorry. Like, that's BS.
Makes sense to me, brother.
Yeah, it just I don't understand the logic behind all that.